if you're on early, really appreciate it. Just had a arm wrestling practice yesterday, so I'm a little bit sore. So I'm gonna just do some high volume uh, training with different vectors to get blood in there to help me with recovery. So thank you for watching. Yeah, if you guys are just joining, really appreciate it. I just had a practice yesterday at Eric Wolf House. Pretty sore, so I'm trying to do some high volume recovery training right now. I just hit different vectors. Jesus, happy Sunday, man. Thank you for joining. Boom. Just came back from a restaurant for my family. And instead of going inside, I'm going to just do some training and then we'll be good. Yeah, when you're training, when you're doing recovery training, it's important not to put on a lot of weight. I mean, you just need like 10 pounds. Because all you want to do is you want to just, do a ton of different exercises with maybe 20 to 50 reps. And all you're trying to do is you're trying to get blood in these tendons to recover them. Boom, looking big. And appreciate you guys joining. Make sure you to click on subscribe. Let's get me to 4,000 subscribers tonight. That would be incredible. I was at a restaurant with my family right now. Just came back. Just wanted to get this recovery training in. I know if I do the recovery training now, I'm going to be able to recover faster. If I don't do it, it's going to take me at least 3-4 days to recover, and that's not good. I'm going to have pain. So this is a great way to avoid not having pain. Even if you're sore a little bit, you still want to move weight around because not a lot of blood goes into your tendons. So that's why you want to do it. So I'm starting off with one of my favorites, the multi-spinner. This one really hits your cupping, your hand. And then you can train different positions on it too. So this is going to get blood in my wrist, fingers, everywhere. So I'm going to just try to knock out maybe 20 to 50 reps, hitting different spots. So right now I'm doing the high cup. So that's targeting these two fingers right here. And again, of course, I just had the training practice yesterday. Of course, I don't want to do this at all. I don't feel like it, but if I don't do this, my recovery time is going to be much, much longer, and I'm not going to be able to go to the gym. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to the gym in 3-4 days. I want to go to the gym tomorrow. And this is just going to help it. Legendary Balkan. What's going on? Make sure you guys check out his channel too. That's my little brother right there. Little brother in real life. What's next? Arm Wrestling Showcase. Any events coming up? No events coming up. Legendary Balkan. I'm just trying to focus on getting stronger, improving on my weak areas. I do have some weird pains in different areas, and what I learned from my last, you always have to take lessons from every tournament, every match. What I learned from my last tournament, is that I really have some weaknesses on my left. I have to get better at sinking the hook in. I've been just using kind of my raw power. I do have on my left. I have a good amount of side pressure. So I've been just relying way too much on my side pressure on my bicep, because I can hold 120 pounds here like it's nothing, and I have a lot of side pressure. But I gotta fix this right here on my left, and then my right, I have some weird pains right here, so I'm not gonna rush it. It's all gonna be how I feel. Probably gonna give it another 2-3 months. I'm gonna focus really on getting a lot of inside stuff much stronger. I'm gonna be doing more of the Joseph Moranto training, and I've been doing it, more of inside training. Fuck deeds. I built my own network that keeps my calls, texts, okay, whatever. CRG, can someone participate if they're on steroids? Yeah, man, anybody can participate if you're on steroids, if you're not on steroids. Look, who cares about any of that stuff? It's, really, to me and to a lot of competitors, it really doesn't matter who's on steroids, who's not on steroids. It really makes no difference. I'm 100% natty, and I take pride in that when I'm facing my opponents. But again, even if I wasn't, who cares about that stuff? It's just a sport. The key to arm wrestling is you really, I've been doing this for maybe 3.5-4 years. You really don't want to take it too serious, because if you take it too serious, you're just gonna find that like the levels are so deep that it's just gonna frustrate you. Like the levels from like you to maybe like your number one guy in your state is like it's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years maybe. So you don't want to take it too serious. My best advice is just to focus on getting strong. It's just gonna come in time. These tendons need time to get strong, but it doesn't matter, man. Who cares? Take whatever you want to take. It really doesn't matter. It probably doesn't even give you that much strength anyway. Like another 10-20% strength is not a huge difference anyway. Loto Snatcher, love, this is my favorite question right here. You're going to be surprised by the answer. It says, do you think you can beat Devin Larratt? 100% I can beat that Canadian. Tell him Arm Wrestling Showcase says he's ready whenever he is. He can bring it anytime. I'm ready whenever he is. I'm not scared of no Devin Larratt. I can take him. Let's go. So again, appreciate you guys joining. This is a real training that I do a lot. And again, this is recovery training for my tendons. I'm going to do a bunch of different stuff. And again, this is to help me so I can get back in the gym tomorrow without everything hurting. Make sure you guys hit like, subscribe. I really got to get to 4,000 subs today. I just need 5 more people. So yeah, I would appreciate it if you guys subscribe. Thank you. So right now I'm doing, it's called a low cup multi-spinner. So this is more for hooking, hook pulling. So right now I'm attacking these two fingers, these bottom, the pinky finger. And I probably have like 10, 15 pounds on here, nothing, very lightweight. Right, so now I'm going to switch. This is called a wrist wrench. Yeah, so this one right here, one of the best training tools that you can have. It's just this right here. And you can do, and I will do that as well. This is called internal rotation. So the closer you can bring your opponent's hand to your body, the weaker they are. So you always need this strength. You know, it's mostly for hook pulling, but it's also, you know, you will be in a spot if you're a top roller where you need this strength, like this strength right here. You need it, you know, even if no matter what, you know, what style you're pulling. Yeah, because you're going to find, you know, just because you're primarily maybe like a top roller, you're going to find that, you know, real match or in the tournament, you go up against someone that's a really good top roller too, and then, you know, you're just going to lose. So you got to be able to be strong everywhere. If you, you know, if you notice your opponent is very good at top roll, you might want to switch to hook. Or maybe, you know, a different move. So you got to really be strong everywhere. What's up, MG Blast? Thank you for joining. Again, make sure you guys hit subscribe, hit like. I will really appreciate it. And again, of course, it's Sunday. I don't want to do this training, but it's recovery training. I trained pretty hard last night with I was pulling with some of the strongest people in Arizona, and that takes a toll on your arms. I was pulling with the number one super heavyweight in Arizona, Sid Gotti. I was pulling with Eric Wolf, with Julius Blair, with some of these, you know, super heavyweights that are just insanely strong. So your tendons, they take a beating. So that's why I'm gonna do some recovery training more than usual, just so I can recover and not have a ton of pain. Drew, what's up, man? So this is good. It's going to get a lot of blood in your wrist, fingers, hand. It's going to help to recover also your inner elbow too. So very important to train that. And this strength right here, this cupping, you know, it's probably number one, number two most important strength that you can have. And the issue with it is, like, it takes a long time. Boom, it takes a long time to get strong here. So that's why you got to pretty much do it all the time. You know, even if your arm is strong, you know, that's kind of the issue I was saying earlier. That's the issue I have on my left arm. My left arm is very, very strong, but my wrist and my cupping is weak, so I can't access all this huge power that I got in here, because I'm just like nothing. It's like, and then this goes back because the wrist and cupping is not strong. I'm gonna hit side. So this is side pressure right here. So it's gonna help to recover my elbow. And this side pressure, it's also one of the most, it's not the most important, but one of the more important strengths you really need to have. It's really underrated because it's so painful to train, but you really gotta have a strong side pressure, strong elbows. Well, Elizabeth, how you doing? Appreciate you joining. And we have a bunch of lady arm wrestlers too, so would love to have more ladies in the sport too. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. So what I'm talking about, like this side pressure, to me, side pressure, what it really means, like the strength is just from here to here. It's a lot of, side pressure is just a lot of elbow strength where you're going right here. This is internal rotation from the side. This right here is side pressure. And side pressure is super important, guys, because it helps you to be in the center. It helps to engage the hook. It helps your top roll too, because on your top roll, a lot of people don't realize why they're weak in top rolls, because yes, you're going back, but you're going back this way, so you're engaging here, but you're going to the side, and if you don't have any side pressure, you're going here, and then this is where you guys are getting stuck. It's like you can't just keep going back. If you keep going back, you're gonna keep losing this right here. They're just gonna pull you down. So again, if you don't have side pressure, you're just gonna go back, and you're just gonna open up right here. The more you open up, the weaker you are. Devin Lorette is a one-off. But again, you need to have your side pressure. It helps you to finish your matches. So that's what I'm training right now. What's up, Justin Douglas? Man, I'm looking forward to this match. So if you guys don't know this guy, Justin Douglas, he's got super strong press, strong side pressure. He's got a huge match. His biggest match ever is against our guy, Eric Wolf. Eric Wolf is ranked 17th in the United States at 220 pounds. So this is a huge test for Justin Douglas. So good luck. He's got a match with Arizona Armwrestling League. Shout out to those guys, to Aaron Barton. He's doing big things for Arizona. And so Eric Wolf versus Justin Douglas, that's going to be a huge match over there in Payson. So if you guys are in the area, make sure you guys check that out. Check out that tournament. Head over there. Payson's going to be amazing. They secured an incredible bar. It's going to be really good. Over here eating a cinnamon roll, and I'm listening to. All right. Appreciate you listening, man. I love cinnamon rolls. Come down to endurance. Maybe you're gonna have to get that shoulder in there fast. You're gonna have to be super fast, Justin. Like I would my advice is I would watch some maybe I don't know, Legendary Bulking. What do you think? I think he should be watching like the technique of Bogdan Stoica, who's got one of the strongest presses, and Bogdan can get that shoulder in quick. So to be able to beat Eric, Eric is also fast, and a weakness for a press is a strong hook. And Eric, as soon as he does this, it's going to be tough. Oh yeah, Tim Talmadge versus Eric. Yeah, I mean Eric Wolf almost beat Tim Talmadge, but yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, but that video you can't see it really up close. All right, let's hit some side again. Oh man, my elbow is on fire. Oh man, it hurts. Oh man. Oh. Oh man, that hurts. Richard Jimenez, what's your PR on side pressure? What's up, Richard? Thank you for joining, man. So I haven't tested it in a long time, so I don't really straight side pressure. I don't really know. I think on my left with the kind of doing it with what is it called, with the wrist wrench, like this, and just going side. I think it's probably close to 90 pounds on the left. On the right is probably like 70 pounds, 74 pounds. I tested it. It's been a while. Man, side pressure is always, man, it's like doing like PRs on side pressure is it's always a gamble. You can easily get hurt on it because if you're doing just straight side pressure, it's just this right here. It's not from here. It's not this. It's just here, and so I don't really do a ton of maxing out on side pressure, but I'll do like 3 reps, 5 reps. Sometimes in the gym, I did do side pressure like twice last week. Probably wasn't a great idea because I was in pain, but so what? But yeah, let me you guys check if we're at 4,000 subs. So we got to get to 4,000 subscribers. I think I'm 5 off. It would be pretty embarrassing not to get to 4,000 subscribers tonight with all you good people watching. Make sure you hit like. Tell your friends to jump on. Tell them to subscribe. We got a ton of videos. I got over probably 700 videos of Devin Lorette, John Berzink, Arizona arm wrestlers. I mean, the best videos that you can find. Absolutely free. So make sure you have them subscribed. You think 80 pounds for reps on side pressure is good? Yeah, I would say, yeah, it depends on how you're doing it. If you're doing it the proper way, 80 pounds is pretty good. So 80 pounds, well, for reps, how many reps? 5 reps, 6 reps, 8 reps, 2 reps, 3 reps. It'll be different the answer I give you for 7 reps. Yeah, that's pretty good. So that probably puts your side pressure maybe at 95, close to 100. So you're probably at that. So they say an entry-level pro arm wrestler has a side pressure of about 80 pounds, which is a lot. It is a lot. So with you doing 7 reps, that puts you right above it. So 100 pounds of side pressure, that is someone that should win a lot of tournaments. But again, like all the side pressure is nice. You got to be able to have a strong wrist. You know, when you're working your wrist, how much is when you're cupping and doing wrist work, how much can you do here? Like for me, when I'm doing it, the Levon weight, when I'm doing it over my knee, down, I can do 120 pounds with what is it called? With fat grips on there, 120. That's not bad. That's incredible, man. You started 6 months ago, and your side pressure is already 80 for 7 pounds, man. That's incredible, dude. That's great job. Shout out to you. But yeah, make sure like your other stuff, you gotta make, your fingers, your pronation, your wrist, all the other stuff's gotta be good. And then make sure you look at my channel, and you'll see different ways to train it, because you're not, you're gonna have the same issue I have on my left. I can't really access a lot of my side pressures because I can't do this right here. Yeah, but I mean, that's incredible for a starting position. Crazy. Arm wrestling wrestler. What's going on, man? Make sure you guys hit subscribe. Appreciate it. Oh, man. His elbow's on fire. I'm also going to train going backwards this way. Is also super important to train. Now we're going to hit some back pressure, pronation. And if you're a top roller, you can never train this one enough. This is probably the most important exercise you can train right here. Just this. So it's not this. I mean, that's good too, but it's more of the inside right here to your shoulder, because that's usually how you're set up. Yeah, like if you're primarily a top rower, like this is probably at least 3 times a week is what you have to train. Oh man, so I got about 10 pounds on there. Even that feels heavy. I mean, after an arm wrestling practice, everything is sore. So, the last thing you want to be doing is this stuff, but this is going to help you when you do it. Highly recommended. This is kind of that blood flow that Devin talks about too, because your tendons, they don't get enough, blood in there when you're not training. So you don't want to just do nothing. It's going to take a much longer time to recover. And the key part, how you know if you had a good arm wrestling practice is because it should take you about 2 days, maybe 3 max. It should take you about 2 days, and then you're right back in the gym doing your arm wrestling training. If you're not back in the gym, if you're still hurt, that means you went too hard. So that's what that means. This is not a secret or anything. A lot of elite arm wrestlers say the same thing because in the gym and your lifts, that's where you're getting strong. The practice is also important, but it's a little bit more for technique, kind of testing yourself. Once you kind of know what your main weapon is, your main lane, then you're just doing exercises in the gym or at home, or if you got this, table to make those parts stronger. Alright, so now I'm going to switch to pronation. First, I'll do pronation through the thumb. Alright, I'm going to do pronation through the hand. This one I'm doing, it's a recovery work, so I'm doing like full reps, full stretch, full reps. sore. Ah. Oh man. Whew. Now I'm going to switch to supination. So first through here. So this is just called supination. This supination, this helps your elbow heal too. If you have elbow pain after practice or after training, side pressure, hook training, this supination will really, it's really going to help you. It gets a lot of blood in there, in that area. Ah, 30. Sorry. Oh, man. Alright, so now I'm going to just do supination through the hand. That just means this way. This one's harder to do. Mm-hmm. 30. Ah, 30. Whew. Alright guys, so that's it. So we did cupping tonight. So recovery training is, again, just to summarize everything, after an arm wrestling practice, the same day or the next day, for a couple of days you want to do this because it's going to speed up your healing time. You know, you don't want to get hurt, you don't want to get injured. So all you're doing is you're doing cupping, wrist. You saw me doing back pressure. You're doing to the side too, to recover the side. You're doing back pressure. You're doing side pressure. You're doing pronation through the thumb, pronation through the hand. And then you finish it off with supination. So supination going through, you have the karate belt through here, supination through there, and then you finish it off with supination karate belt through the hand. And then you're doing 30 to 50 reps, because all you're trying to do is you're trying to get more blood into those tendons where they normally, if you just sit, normally they don't get any recovery. You also want, I'm going to take some collagen right now, some fish oil, collagen, some vitamin C. I'm going to take some magnesium. I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to take extra stuff, collagen, probably twice tomorrow. And again, I have to do it because, you know, it all depends on how hard you went at the practice. So this practice that I went to had a bunch of very strong arm wrestlers, and my arms just hurt. So this is a good way to recover. You know, this is how you recover. You don't want to just sit there and do nothing, because it's going to take you longer to recover. Then you're gonna have left, you know, that 2-3 days, and then everything is just gonna hurt. you'll just, that, and that's why, is because you haven't done this stuff. Drew says, I love my supplements. I take the collagen peptide powder. That's good, man. That's very good discipline. I wish I did that. I'm lazy with it, but after practice, I do. I'm probably going to take it 2-3 times tomorrow. I'm going to take it tonight. If I don't take it, I know I'm going to be sore for a while. So I'm going to try to eliminate that. But again, appreciate you guys watching. If you arm wrestle, salute to you guys. This is one of those underground sports that doesn't that not a lot of people appreciate. Only other arm wrestlers appreciate it. The dedication, the pain, the constant freaking training we got to do, the traveling we got to do, the money we got to spend on tournaments, supplements, injuries. Nobody understands that. It's not like basketball or football where you just play. Like, to actually be good, even to be even have good, you got to be all in. So salute to you guys for continuing to stick around in arm wrestling. And I know not, us as arm wrestlers, we don't really get any shout outs from anybody, but salute to you guys. You're soldiers, and keep up the great fight, and keep working to just be better than yourself the day before. That's what it's all about. Thank you guys. Have a good Sunday night.